All right. Good morning, everyone. Wonder if you can see with this lighting. Okay, there we go. Hey, I want to talk about protecting women right now with the abortion stuff. Abortion does not protect women. We know that, right? So last night, I was watching the Jimmy Carter funeral, and it was great to see the gospel preached there. His grandson, who talked about the Beatitudes and blessed are the poor, it was awesome to see that the gospel got out to everybody, right? Everyone who was watching. So as I'm watching this, and then today I'm watching a video with Karenette about Michelle Obama and her fear mongering with abortion. And instead of protecting women, we are scaring women, with her, ambitious goal to promote abortion. She talks about how women should be scared because they could have cervical cancer, if with the heartbeat laws, which makes no sense. They're not connected. Cervical cancer is from a virus, and when you are pregnant, you have a pap smear and you have pap smears to look for precancerous things, right? So I want to talk about my doctor's appointment for a minute. And I was going to talk about it last night, and then after seeing this video, I'm like, you could tie this in more with your class last night and tie it in more with the abortion stuff. So I just called the doctors and let them know that I was throwing up last night. Ian had major stomach ache. When I was at the hospital, I mean, I felt good yesterday. I had plenty of energy, but I did feel a little queasy after the medication. And I'm like, this is weird. I probably didn't eat enough. So I had gotten something to eat somewhere, and I was talking to this lady about my doctor's appointment and da da da. And then I was okay last night. I took a shower, and the stitches got a little bit wet, but I'm like, should be fine. And then last night, I'm stomach ache, throwing up 5 or 6 times, diarrhea, and I can feel this like numbing effect coming out of me near my legs and I could just, it's almost like the medicine was leaving me. So I had called them today to let them know, and they're going to get back to me. I'm thinking I was probably allergic to something. But I do have a little bit of pain, and he's like, you can take ibuprofen, and I don't usually take anything. But my point is, I did a callback to say, hey, this is what happened. A lot of times with abortion, we don't even have that. Now, yesterday when I went to the doctor's, way up my thigh, near my butt, I had a skin tag. So that was removed. And, I was all prepared thinking, oh my goodness, mindset. Jesus died on the cross, and there's going to be this huge shot in my mind, right? That I have to have done. So the doctor came in and he was very matter of fact. He's like, do you have any questions? And I'm like, can I, take this on my back instead of the other way? And he's like, well, we have to do it this way because of this. And, I'm picturing like the cartoons when you get a shot in the butt and the person's like, ah, and they're flying. And I'm looking at the needle, very, very long needle. And I'm like, my curiosity is getting the best of me right now. So I'm like, are you going to chicken out, Melissa? And I'm like, no, I'll be fine. So he said it would be, I'm like, is it going to be like a bee sting? He's like, yeah. So when I had the shot, it was nothing. I mean, I'm like, that's it. I didn't even feel it. It was nothing at all. So, I was picturing, Christ took a huge amount of a beating, and that is the mindset I had. And then I was thinking about Christ's humility, right? How um that was kind of humiliating for me yesterday, right? That I had to be undressed and have that little, thing done so that I could get rid of a skin tag, which skin tags, he said, there's nothing that they know that it comes from. Because I'm like, how in the world did this happen, right? He's like, it just happened. So, anyways, but he was very matter of fact the whole time. I was not humiliated. He treated me with dignity. And I was thinking about how Christ was totally humiliated. His father left, God left, and how difficult that must have been. I was thinking of the humility. Now, if I was prideful, I mean, it would have been more humiliating for me. But I just humbled myself and I thanked the doctor for doing this. So my view of a doctor kind of went up yesterday for helping me. And this is how doctors should be. They should be there to help you, not sacrifice your baby and sacrifice woman, right? So we're seeing a lot of medical terms right now where the doctors are using medical terms. I think of Amber Thurman, where she had, twins at 9 weeks and had an abortion pill, and there was much more tissue. Two babies at 9 weeks, an abortion pill is not going to take care of. So, the doctors, it wasn't the heartbeat law that she died from, as the media would say. It's from the negligence of the doctors not doing the protocol of care. She had gone back into the hospital, had an infection, and they didn't even see her until like 20 hours later. And then they should have did a DNC to empty the tissue because she was septic, and they did not, and just gave her antibiotics. So we need to protect women, ladies, young girls, women, childbearing age. Many times they're even afraid to sit down with that doctor like I did yesterday and even ask questions. It's very intimidating to go to a doctor for girls who are an authority figure, who know a lot more. And, so along with that, just to move on a little bit, my class last night, we were talking about SMART goals. Add an S to that, SMARTS goal, because your strengths can be incorporated with those specific goals that are measurable, attainable, time bound, and I'm missing one, relevant, right? So add your gifts. So for me, my self assurance is confidence, and I've, you know, able to use that to have compassion and help women because I know what it's like to go through an abortion. My achiever goal, I am investing in myself more. I'm reading more so that I can be futuristic and help women more. So use your goals, use your core values to implement with those SMART goals. So as we move forward with the new administration, I did get tickets to go to the inaugural event, which I'm thinking about going to. There is an inaugural dinner in New Hampshire I was thinking of going to too, but I'm like, why just go there? Why not go to the inaugural? But I'm not sure. It depends on a lot right now. So thankful that Trump is in the administration, and we need many more people standing up for women so that they are not sacrificed in their future, nor the baby. And as I listen to the CareNet model, they are now moving toward lifelong support, which is great because we don't just need a year of support, we need a whole lifetime. And what I did when I changed my life is I went to church, got connected, and that was, I had built my family by being connected to community. If I did not have that long-term support of, and that was me, like, how do I do this and how do I do that, and I had tons of questions for the pastors, then I would not have been able to build my family, as well as I did. And the homeschooling also helped, to have the time to invest in myself more. Personal growth is huge, absolutely huge for women. And we need to help women more grow. So for me last night, hearing some women say, I'm not really an achiever. I do like to be a relationship connector more than I am an influencer. And I'm like, I can relate to that. And to hear other women give you voice, because a lot of times, like small town where I grew up, there is limited opportunity in a small town. So as you get out there into the world, as you grow up, you need other women to help process who you are more, things that have happened in your life. You need other women. So this is a great model where CareNet can have people hooked up into a church, become Christians, and then disciple other women. And that's what we want to see. We want to see lifelong care for the pro life movement. Okay, that's what I got for now, guys. And as I, work on my time management today and looking at a model for my business, it will probably be changing, from, more emphasis online, a bigger audience to help girls. Even girls who have said to me, this person has been more of a mom to me than my own mom. I've seen that recently. We need to help girls, and we need to help them in all areas of life. And if we don't, we are tearing down family. Okay, thanks for joining me, guys.